Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a what I eat in a day on ideal protein and alternatives. So I'm using some alternative products because of just what's going on right now and how things are difficult to access and money is different and everything like that. But for anybody who didn't know, it is possible to do ideal protein with alternative products and kind of on your own, I guess. I'm going to show you how I start off my day. Usually just start off by getting filling up my water bottle. So I use this guy right here. It is, I think it's 40 ounces. 40 ounces, and I like to drink 4 of these a day. But if I only get like 3 or 3.5 or something, it's not a big deal, but try to at least drink 4 a day. And start off with our supplements as well. Vitamins, very important. I use this little pill counter. And it's a Wednesday, so you get out a little Wednesday container. Now, after that, I try to drink a little more water, and then I start my day off with a coffee. I just make myself one in my Keurig or Ninja or whatever. I think I'm gonna use the Keurig today. I typically will just kind of chill for a while. I don't usually eat my first meal until rather late, 2 or 3 o'clock. And it's kind of just out of habit. For anyone who doesn't know, I am a dental hygienist, but with the pandemic, not working right now. But my normal schedule at the dental office is I have an 8 o'clock patient every day, and I live over a half hour away. So normally I'm like up by 6, out of the house by 6:45, and at the office at 7:30, that kind of thing. So I don't eat that early. I normally wait until lunchtime to have my first meal, and my lunch is usually at 12 or 1 depending on the day. So I'm used to not eating my first meal until 12 or 1 anyway. But with everything that's been going on now, I'm not a morning person. Like I only get up in the morning if I have to, like for work and stuff. So with being home every day, I have not been getting up early. I get up at like 10 or 11 and kind of just chill in bed for a little while, get up, make a coffee at like 11:30, 12, and then just chill for a little bit. So yeah, that's what I do. I'll show you my coffee, and then later on I'll show you my first meal. It is day 3 of me being on this diet, by the way. If you go back a couple of videos, you'll see how I did do a video on my weight loss journey when I initially lost a bunch of weight with ideal protein back in 2016. I originally lost 80 pounds. I got down to 120 pounds. I'm only 5 feet tall. But I always wanted to get down to 110, and I just never did. And it's kind of resulted in this weird dieting in and out thing for a couple years. For the most part, I've maintained, but for the last couple months and with everything that's going on, my weight has definitely spiked a little bit. So I started out at 151.3, and yeah, it's day 3. Today I woke up at 148.3, so I'm already in 3 days down 3 pounds, but typically the official weigh-in is once a week. Yeah, I'll show you probably more stats on that later, like I did take my own measurements and stuff. All right, it's coffee time. So, on ideal protein, you are not supposed to have dairy, but you can have a little bit of milk in your coffee once a day. That being said, I do a little bit of milk, but I also do a little bit of cream. coffee is like one of the only things that keeps me sane, and so I use a little bit of a light cream. If I noticed that my weight was stalling or I was not losing as much weight as I should be, then I would visit this as probably the first reason why. Otherwise, for now, I'm sticking with it. Alright guys, so it's going for 3 o'clock and I'm about to have my first meal of the day, and that's going to be a coffee protein shake kind of thing. This is a pretty popular breakfast drink snack option or whatever in the Ideal Protein world, I guess you could say. So I did this pretty much every day for breakfast when I was first losing weight back like in 2016. You will need a some sort of drink mix. So if you're doing Ideal Protein, you can use their ready-made drinks or their powdered drink mixes. And so this is the one I'm going to be using today. It's my favorite. It's the cappuccino drink mix. And I did have this chilled in the fridge. They're just better when they're cold. But if I was doing alternatives, which I am doing some alternatives right now and probably will eventually end up doing full-on just alternatives only if this pandemic stuff continues on into the next few months, which I'm sure it will. This is what I would be using. So this is a Premier Protein ready-made protein shake. Today I'm going to be using the cappuccino drink, but this one works just as well. The only thing with these, if you're doing the Ideal Protein alternatives, you can only drink 3/4 of it if you're using it as an unrestricted packet. Just because it has too many calories and too much protein, I believe, to be an unrestricted, or too much protein to be an alternative product in general. So 3/4 of this. I use my Ninja blender to blend this up. This guy here, and it just comes with the individual little cups. So I have my own little cup. I filled it a good way with ice. This is my favorite coffee to use in it. You can use whatever kind of coffee you want. Instant coffee, I guess it should be like an instant, or you can use like a cold brew, whatever you like to use. This is the Nescafe Gold Espresso, like it's instant espresso. And I just use my Keurig over there and I press the smallest, like the espresso setting, brew it up, and this is how much we got. So I probably won't use all of this. So ice, and then I just am gonna pour in my brewed coffee here and shake this bad boy up. So good, so good. I'm almost through my first 40-ounce bottle of water. We're almost done. So I'll finish this up, finish this, do some stuff around the house. Maybe I'll get dressed. I'll be back to update you with what I'm gonna be doing for lunch. So see you then. I'm just sitting down to eat my lunch now. So all I'm having is just 2 cups of vegetables. These are bell peppers, and I just put a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil on them and some pepper and ideal salt. And then I bake them in the oven at 350 for, I want to say half hour or so. I enjoy these. This is my favorite way to just straight up eat plain vegetables or get some vegetables in. Working on the water. This is my second one of these guys, so gotta get that in and take my lunch time supplements as well. Okay guys, so I just got back from a little walk with my dog. Well, it wasn't a little walk, it was a long walk, nice long walk. I am not quite ready to make supper just yet, so instead of waiting and having my snack until after dinner, which is what I normally do, I'm gonna have it now. I'll show you what I'm having. This Pure Protein Red Velvet protein bar. This is my favorite flavor. I don't like every flavor of these, and not every flavor fits protocol. This one does. So this is an IP alternative product. This is a restricted item, and something that would be equivalent to this in ideal protein products would be like the double chocolate brownie, and any of the bars, like any restricted product of course would be equivalent to this, but that would be what I would have if I had like a full inventory of ideal protein products, which I don't right now, so I'm using a mixture of both as I've said already. So I'm gonna eat this. I am on my third bottle of water, so 2 down, 2 to go, and I'm just gonna hang out for a bit. I'll probably get started with dinner. Okay guys, so I'm just sitting down to eat my last meal of the day. I'm almost through my third bottle of water here. I'm running a tiny bit behind on that. I had to take my evening supplements here. How do I show you? These, 1 fish oil, 2 CalMag. So I will take those. For dinner, I have a nice bowl of chili. So this has 6 ounces of extra lean ground turkey, some bell peppers, mushrooms, diced tomatoes, and lots of seasoning. And to go with it, I made an ideal protein garlic loaf. This thing is beautiful. I make this all the time. I did go ahead and film how I made this entire meal just now, so subscribe to my channel, stick around if you want to see that, because I'll be posting that later this week. But basically I use the potato puree packet for this, but I do have an alternative for it as well, so stay tuned for that video and you'll see it. I usually just like slice it up like a real loaf of bread. I'm sitting at the table by myself, by the way. My husband works until 10 p.m. Here is just like a tiny little slice of bread. Look at that. So good. And then I usually dip it in the chili, just like eat it with the chili. Really good, guys. You need to make this, especially if you are on this diet. Such a good meal. I'll have this usually 1 to 2 times a week, maybe sometimes more depending on the mood I'm in. Alright guys, I'm just about to wind down for the night. I'm gonna hop in the bathtub and relax a little bit, but before I do that, I'm going to take my last supplements for the night. It's just 2 CalMags. I'm working on my last water bottle for the day. This is number 4. And now this is what I'll usually do. I love to have something sweet at the end of the night, so if I don't have a snack left or a packet left to have, I will usually have one of these.
This is the Zevia 0-calorie soda. These things are amazing, okay? If you're not drinking them or if you've never tried one, I don't know what you're doing with your life. These are amazing. They literally have nothing in them. This is the cream soda flavor. Where is it? Cream soda flavor. This one is my favorite flavor, but literally I like all of the flavors, okay? They have root beer, ginger ale, grape, orange, lemon lime, black cherry. Like, they have a ton of flavors, and they actually taste just like the real thing, in my opinion, and way better than bubbly. If you guys drink those, like, these are 10 million times better than bubbly. So yeah, very minimal ingredients in here. Carbonated water, stevia leaf extract, citric acid, and literally nothing on the nutrition label. So yeah, carbonated waters are fine to have on Ideal Protein. Some people say they can stall your weight loss a little bit. Like I said, I've never had an issue with them. If I did, I would, visit this as maybe one of the reasons why. So what I like to do with these, put them in a glass with ice usually. Sometimes I'll put them in a wine glass like that guy, because if you might, as you might know, you are not allowed to have alcohol on Ideal Protein. This helps a little bit with that. So I usually just pour her in there and relax in the bath. Do some skincare, a bit of me time. As you can see, these are totally clear, which is amazing.
Okay guys, so I'm gonna end up the video here. I've got my bath running behind me, little doggy on the floor to keep me company, and my little Zevia drink there. So yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment down below for tuning in, and keep an eye out for that chili and garlic bread recipe that's coming up. I'm also going to do a 1-week weight loss update, and probably a vlog, or I actually have some dental hygiene related video ideas too. So I'll see you again soon. Bye friends.